Respect doesn't come from what you give her. It comes from what you're willing to walk away from. Every man learns this lesson the hard way, through silence, distance, or heartbreak. You can be loyal, patient, and kind, but if you remain available when she stops appreciating you, she won't respect you, she'll resent you. Because in her mind, a man who can't detach isn't strong, he's safe, and safe rarely inspires desire. When she feels you slipping away emotionally, everything changes. The woman who once ignored your messages starts wondering why you stopped chasing. The one who took your presence for granted now checks your profile, waiting for your attention to return. Detachment rebalances what neediness destroyed. It removes you from the pedestal you built yourself. Respect doesn't grow from what you tolerate. It grows from what you refuse to accept. And detachment isn't punishment. It's power. It's the moment you stop negotiating your worth through someone else's emotions. You stop proving, explaining, trying to be understood. You simply step back, let silence speak, and let absence do what words couldn't. Because when you're always there, she stops seeing you. Familiarity breeds comfort, and comfort kills polarity. But when you quietly pull back without anger, you reawaken something primal: uncertainty. She starts wondering what changed, what she did wrong, why your attention no longer revolves around her. That curiosity becomes respect. Most men chase closure, but the Stoic man doesn't need to be understood. He needs to be respected. Detachment teaches her that your peace is more sacred than her attention. That's the moment she starts seeing you differently, not as predictable, but as powerful. Because nothing resets a woman as perception like a man who walks away with silence instead of emotion. Detachment is not about revenge, it's about reclaiming your gravity. When you detach, she doesn't just miss you, she finally sees you clearly, maybe for the first time. Respect isn't given, it's felt, and for most women, it comes not from how much a man gives, but from what he withholds, not affection or love, but dependence. Because deep down, respect is rooted in emotional stability. A woman respects the man who stays calm when she's unpredictable, who keeps his frame when she pushes for reaction. Every woman, consciously or not, wants to test that balance, not to hurt you, but to feel your strength. She wants to know if your peace depends on her approval, or if it stands on something deeper. That's why the man who chases her validation loses her respect. His energy becomes reactive, his emotions predictable, and attraction fades. A woman's respect thrives in polarity, in the distance between her chaos and your control. She doesn't need you to fix her storms. She needs to feel that you can stand within them without losing balance. Detachment isn't coldness. It's presence without dependency. When your emotions are disciplined enough to choose peace over persuasion, you separate yourself from almost every other man. Because most men give endlessly, thinking effort equals value. But constant availability kills mystery, and mystery is the foundation of respect. When she knows exactly how you'll react, you stop being intriguing. You become safe, and safety without polarity becomes emotional invisibility. The Stoic man knows his worth before she confirms it. He gives not to be seen, but because it aligns with who he is. And when his effort stops being respected, he withdraws, not as revenge, but as alignment. Because now his absence speaks louder than his words. Detachment removes her ability to define your value. It forces her to see you without the constant reminder of your presence. She realizes you were never hers. You were your own. And once a woman sees that, she begins to respect you instinctively. Respect isn't demanded through dominance. It's earned through discipline. Neediness, on the other hand, destroys it instantly. The moment your peace depends on her attention, your energy changes. You stop living your purpose and start orbiting her validation. No matter how much she once liked you, she can't respect that. Women sense when your energy shifts from grounded to grasping. It's not in what you say. It's in what you radiate. It's the tone that seeks reassurance, the text that waits for a reply, the gaze that asks for approval. And once she feels that, she subconsciously places herself above you, not out of cruelty, but instinct, because the feminine tests for polarity. She needs your stability to feel safe in her softness. When that balance flips, attraction dies. The Stoic man understands that neediness is misplaced focus. He doesn't chase emotional security from others. He builds it from within. Detachment isn't coldness, it's recalibration. When you stop needing her, she starts needing you. Because emotional independence is magnetic. A man who doesn't seek validation commands curiosity. She wonders why you're calm, who else sees you that way, what you're doing with your silence. That curiosity becomes respect. Effort born from fear creates dependence. Effort born from confidence creates leadership. A woman doesn't respect the man who needs her approval. She respects the one who owns his direction. Because she can sense that even if she walks away, his world won't collapse. Detachment resets attraction because it turns your focus inward. You stop chasing her and start chasing peace, purpose, and growth. That's what makes your silence echo. That's what makes your absence felt. She begins to miss what her pride ignored: your steadiness. Detachment isn't manipulation. It's mastery. It's not about cutting her off. It's about choosing yourself. You're not walking away to hurt her. You're walking away to protect your energy. And that's the paradox. When you detach fully, you don't lose her. You lose your weakness. You stop begging for what you already deserved. You stop trying to earn respect that only distance can restore. When she realizes she can't reach you emotionally anymore, not because you're cold, but because you're centered, her entire perception shifts. That's when she starts to feel your value again. Respect is born from boundaries, not words. You can't talk her into respecting you. You can only show it through limits. When you calmly step back to protect your peace, your silence becomes discipline. Your detachment becomes definition. It shows her your emotions serve you, not the situation. Boundaries aren't walls, they're mirrors. They reflect your self-worth. The Stoic man doesn't argue. He doesn't plead. He simply acts with principle. If she disrespects him, he leaves. If she withdraws, he observes. If she returns, he measures. That's not pride. That's clarity. And clarity is gravity. When your boundaries are consistent, your energy becomes rare. Because now she feels that your kindness has limits. Your loyalty is offered, not owed, and your peace isn't for sale. Detachment turns emotion into power. Every man reaches a point where he's given everything and still feels unseen. In that silence, detachment is born, not from bitterness, but awakening. True detachment isn't the absence of emotion. It's the mastery of it. You stop reacting to her energy and start redirecting your own. You stop seeking closure. You become the conclusion. That shift from emotion to awareness separates men who stay stuck from those who rise. Detachment doesn't mean you stop caring. It means you finally care enough about yourself. It transforms heartbreak into focus, disappointment into discipline, and pain into power. The Stoic man doesn't suppress emotion. He studies it. He listens to his pain but doesn't let it define him. Because control isn't coldness, it's consciousness. When she sees that you're unshakable, she begins to respect you again. Because deep down, she never wanted you to disappear. She just wanted to know you could. The ability to walk away is what makes your presence valuable. Respect doesn't grow where you beg for it. It grows where you embody it. And when your silence carries more gravity than your words ever did, that is when she finally understands what she had and what she lost. Welcome to Mind Hack Stoic, where silence reveals truth and detachment becomes power.